Yes, sir. What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome back to another one of these things, bro. It's Thoughts of a Predicate Winner. You know what it is. The sole purpose of this channel is to react to, review, and break down music that pulls on your heartstrings or makes your soul bleed. I'm excited to get into this next little triple that we got, man. Shout out to John Libby. Sent me 3 different requests through Cash App. Moved him right to the top of the list. Thank you for the tip. Thank you for the channel support. And I don't know too much about Rare Breed, but I know that what I have listened to by them or by him, I have enjoyed. So I'm excited to get into it anytime that I really have that sense of enjoyment that I get from specific artists. And if I remember correctly, Rare Breed stands on Christian principles, which I'm going to love. I'm a Christian, and I always enjoy hearing people with similar backgrounds, similar worldviews that stand on the same moral compass that I do. Shout out to all my Christians out there. Before we get into this video, I would like to ask you guys to please make sure to smash that subscribe button for me. Unfortunately, there's still a large percentage of people that continue to come back and watch the channel that just haven't hit subscribe yet. And I appreciate you coming back. I appreciate you watching, but I would appreciate it so much if you would just hit that subscribe button. All that it does, other than alert you when I post, is throws me into an algorithm. You know, it helps other people to see what you're coming back to see. And make sure to smash that like button too. And if you're feeling real froggy and you really want to support the channel, smash that subscribe button a second time and become a member. Shout out to all my members. Shout out to all the super chatters and the super thankers. I appreciate y'all for all the support that y'all have been throwing to the channel. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this, man. We might make this a double whammy like I did with the last Rare Breed. It's just difficult for me to get to 3 different requests in one day, especially with ACAL dropping here in 2 minutes. And just a lot going on a Friday, but I'm excited to get into it nonetheless, man. If y'all are ready, let's get into it, man. This is Rare Breed, Highs and Lows.
I know you don't like to open up, and it's hard for anyone, but I want you to know that this is a space where you can do that. And I know on the outside, you look like you're successful.
There's nothing worse than sitting in front of a therapist. Like, I've done therapy. I believe in therapy, but there's nothing worse than sitting across from a therapist for like the first time, second time before you get comfortable and looking at them like, man, you don't know. There's nothing worse than that feeling, and just feeling misunderstood and misrepresented and being talked to that way, at least in my opinion. You know, everybody's different. Now, when I started going to Christian counseling through my church, that was completely different. That healed my marriage. But man, I don't like sitting across from therapists like this. I don't.
Successful, you have family, you have a career, you have faith, but I really would like to know what's going on here.
Talk to him, dog.
You really want to know?
Yes.
I feel a war going on inside again. I feel a war going on inside again. I feel a war going on inside again. It's nothing new, I know I'm stuck in my mind again. At the end of the day, it's just another bad case of the highs and lows, yeah. I feel the pressure from the storm is rising up. Why do I question when I feel like I'm not enough? At the end of the day, it's just another bad case of the highs and lows, yeah.
I love it. I love the delivery here. I love the flow here, and I love the message of it. It's just another bad case of the highs and lows. There's a war going on inside of me. It's another case of the spiritual warfare where there's something still inside me. Even though I've been healed and I've been saved by grace through faith, I still have this. I was born into sin. I was still born into a dark world, and I'm trying to be a light in this dark world. But when things come my way, the trials and the tribulations, and it's hard for me to get that light to shine, it's just difficult. And that's a war that goes on inside of you on a daily basis. It goes on inside of me too, where it's like, you know, how easy it could be just to flip this channel on his back and just start running for stardom rather than focusing and having the focal point being Jesus. You know how easy it would be for me to get on here and just go grab a bunch of subscribers fraudulently and make it fictitious type of channel front. But no, I believe that I have, I believe that God has laid out a path for me to walk. I think that God has given me a talent, and I need to walk that path and give my talents to Jesus and watch God unfold it for me, and just be patient, show the fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, self-control, rather than go out and just try to fraudulently get a bunch of views and fraudulently get a bunch of subscribers, which would be very easy to do. I'm a salesman. I know how, but I would rather do it the way that I know to do it. Like, you know, I've had people that have commented like, "Oh man, you lost me on the Jesus thing, but I was with you on the hip hop thing." It's cool. It's not for you. You know what I mean? Because I'm never going to quit talking about Jesus. It's never going to happen. But, you know, there's highs and lows. Like, there's certain parts inside of me that wants to reach out and it wants to grab more views because I want to get paid more. Of course, I'm a human. And then there's another side of me that's like, hold up. Let your supporters, the members, let them support you. Let them hold you down. And let's continue to walk this path. They got you, and I have to remember that. And God's got me, and God's got them. It's all a blessing, and it's all just this, you know, family-centric vibe that we have over here. And I'm going to continue to run down that path. Whereas I know what I could do on the other side, because I also have a bunch of commenters that will comment, "Bro, how do you not have 1 million subscribers, bro? I thought, like, this is so professional, such a good setting, such good production. I thought for sure." But it's not, you know what I mean? It's just, it's a slow growth. It's a slow process, but I'm appreciative of even what I have now. If I never got another subscriber, I would be happy with what we are doing now. But I think that God has plans, and I need to trust in that. And I'm just giving y'all one example of the spiritual warfare that goes on inside of me, right? Think about all the stuff that goes on inside of all of us as men's heads, you know, our family, our kids, our work, our progress in life, the gym, everything, man. It's a consistent spiritual warfare going on inside of us, man. Consistent, never ending. But ultimately, go through these trials. God creates soldiers. God creates men of code and honor and valor, and that's what it is. Shout out to a rare breed, man. This is hard.
Case of the highs and lows, yeah. I'm stuck in my head again. It's the battles we don't see that can come to the surface. You gotta be ready, cause if you're not careful, it's bound to bleed over and choke out your purpose of trying to stop us. Cause they know what we're capable of. They know who we reach. The power of words inside of the message. The people affected, they know what we preach. I came in the game with a chip on my shoulder. The devil had too many people ensnared.
Came in the game with a chip on my shoulder. The devil had too many people out here running their game. So I came into the game with a chip on my shoulder. Me too, bro. Like, that's how I feel about my channel as well. It's like, nah, there's too much going on over here, man. We need to balance this out. Shout out to all my Christian creators out there, man. I see y'all. We up. We're continuing to push through, and we might not even share a lot of the same. We all share the same Christian values and principles, but we might not share the same belief system. Like, a lot of Christian content creators would look at me like, what are you doing hip hop for? Like, what are you know what I mean? But ultimately, I think that it's dope that there's a lot of people that are unapologetically Christian, like Rare Breed, that are pushing this forward. Like, no matter what, we're Christians, and I'm just giving you the real raw version of me. You know what I'm saying? So I think that that's dope. It's a dope message. He's a really good rapper too, man. Not for nothing. Like, the melody and the hook going into the cadence and the flow of the verse it's good, man. It's real good.
They know what we preach. I came in the game with a chip on my shoulder. The devil had too many people ensnared. I put on my boots and I started walking. When you feel with the spirit, it never compares. And that don't mean it's gonna be easy. I'm trying to cope and keep it together when I should.
It ain't hardly ever easy. That don't mean it's gonna be easy. Matter of fact, it ain't. It's rare. It's never easy. It's never easy. But you get used to it. It becomes a little more simplistic, but it's never easy.
I'm trying to cope and keep it together when I should surrender and lean on the Lord. He's got a prescription so I can get better. It seems that we think we can do it alone. We struggle to keep it at home. We wander around and put on a smile. They asking me why I don't pick up the phone. It's hard to talk about. I bury it, feel like it's something we need to defend. I'm stuck in a cycle, I know that it's coming. I just don't know where and when. I feel a war going on inside again. It's nothing new, I know I'm stuck in my mind again.
Come on.
At the end of the day, it's just another bad case of the highs and lows, yeah. I feel the pressure from the storm is rising up.
He's doing a great job, man. And it's just the real presence of what you feel going on inside of your mind, what you feel going on inside of your spirit. It's a consistent war. It's a tug of war. It's a spiritual warfare. It's a good versus evil consistently going on inside of you. But it's a good shining example if you're going through this and you feel that sense of, I know I don't need to do this. I'm going to fight it with everything that I got to stand on my principles and my morals. That's good news, y'all. That means that the Holy Spirit is in you. It means that the Holy Spirit's working on you. And give it up. Just surrender to that. And you're going to go through things. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be an easy ride. But put on the full body, put on the full armor of Christ and walk through this life unapologetically. And I think that God blesses you for that, man. I really think he does. And it's just a really good example of what it is to have that spiritual warfare going on inside of you. Shout out to Rare Breed. This is awesome. Awesome song. I'm liking this dude a lot, dude. I am.
Trying to get a hold of my emotions up and down like a roller coaster. I've been praying, I've been focused, I've been patient, I've been molded. Check this hand, I never folded. If I felt it, then I wrote it. If you said it, it's been noted. Just be careful, I stay loaded. Bow. I'm not available, just give me music, it's really relatable. Give me a pen and a pad with a topic that's been on your mind and it may be debatable. Some days I really don't know what I'm aiming for. I'm just walking in faith. I know he's the truth, I know he's the life. I know that there's only one way. And
sometimes I don't even know what I'm working toward. Sometimes I don't even know the path that I'm on. I just know that this is the way. I know that this is where God wants me to be, and I'm just following my faith. That's important to be said, man, because a lot of times we're standing in environments and standing around and we're like, God, what are we doing? What are we doing right now? I've had conversations with people about Jesus where they press me so much that I'm looking like, what are we doing? Like, I felt like I was going to get attacked. I've seen, it hasn't happened to me because there's one quick way to make me feel like I can't turn the other cheek. It would be an ultimate test for sure. But I've gone and knocked on doors to talk about Jesus with people, and I have seen somebody that I went with literally get spat on in the face. He turned a cheek. He walked away. Don't spit on me. Man, please, Lord, don't let that. I don't know how to tolerate that. But that's like literally the thing. But either way, man, what does that do? When something like that happens, it creates this war front inside of you, and it might be quick. And if your Holy Spirit side outweighs the evil side, which we all have both, then ultimately you'll be able to turn around and turn that cheek and walk away and just say, God bless you, man, which I think is gangsta. I think that's hard. I think it's weak for you to go off and punch him in the face, man. No self-discipline, no structure, not showing the fruits of the Spirit. I think that's weak. Now, if you have to protect yourself, I understand. Like, if you come at my family, I'm going off. But I think that it's hard. Like, even if I would give an opportunity, I would try to. I would want to. Even if you broke into my house in the middle of the night and tried to, like, get into my daughter's room, I would take everything in my power. I would slam you into something and I would hold you down. I'd pin you, but I would still ultimately just, why are you doing this? What's causing you to do this? Have you ever thought about that? Think about the evils. And, like, I would like to think that I could be that man, because to me, that's the most gangster, most strong-willed. You can't beat that. That's the most commendable thing on earth to me. So I think that this is a shining bright example of that, like the war that goes on inside of you.
Always the life. I know that there's only one way, and that is enough for me. I'm praying to God, will you cover me? Take my thoughts captive. Help me when I get to feeling anxious, and slow me down when my mind's active. I know that I bury it, feel like it's something we need to defend. I'm stuck in a cycle, I know that it's coming. I just don't know where and when. I feel a war going on inside again. It's nothing new, I know I'm stuck in my mind again. At the end of the day, it's just another bad case of the.
This is fire. Sorry, had a little hiccup.
Highs and lows, the highs and lows, yeah. I feel the pressure from the storm is rising up. Why do I question when I feel like I'm not enough? At the end of the day, it's just another bad case of the highs and lows, yeah.
Gangsta. I like this, dude. Cast your cares on the Lord. Hold up for the people in the back. Wait. Okay. Oh, I can go back a little bit. Let's go back a little bit right there. Cast your cares on the Lord, and he will sustain you. Never let the righteous be shaken. That's Psalms 55:22. I will cast my cares on you. I will cast my anxieties on you. I will cast my stresses on you, Lord, and I will not be shaken. Not because I deserve that. That's be very, very careful. Not because we deserve to be healed from our anxieties and our stresses. Not because we earned it. Because of his grace, and his grace is sufficient enough. His grace and his love and his mercy is the reason why we can cast our cares on the Lord. It's up to us to do it. It's up to us to leave it there. Jody, we talk all the time about how it's hard to leave it there sometimes, man, but if you can learn to just leave it at the foot of the cross, get up, walk away. I found myself doing it literally. Like, I would literally get down on the floor with my daughters. Like, let's leave this here. Get up and walk away from it. Give it to God. He's got us. And just doing it in a visual way like that, in an actual way like that, it works. You know, it helps. So don't just pray it. Get down on your knees and act like you're literally sitting in front of a cross and leave it there. Just leave it there. And that's truly the way out. It's truly the way out. I'm telling you, as somebody that doesn't see a psychiatrist anymore, I'm telling you, as somebody that doesn't go to therapy anymore, I'm telling you, as somebody that doesn't even go to AA meetings anymore, I've been healed by Christ. That's my story. That's my song. Praising my Savior all the day long. Well done, man. Rare Breed, this is awesome. I love it. And you know what, man? We're just going to go ahead and go into the next one right here, bro. We're going to double this one up. So this is highs and lows. Cool. Let's go ahead and bring up Surrender. Bet.
Lord, you got me where you want me right now. I don't even wanna bother trying to pick up my phone. I need to feel your peace come down. I done put a lot of miles on these old back roads.
Bro, hey, if Rare Breed, if you end up watching one of these videos, bro, have you ever thought about like doing youth conferences, like getting in front of a youth group and performing for a youth group? I think that would be incredible, man. I feel like people would, like, them kids would relate to you. When I was 15, 16 years old, I used to go to youth group. I wasn't saved. I didn't believe in none of it. But when I would go, I would relate whenever I would see performers like this. And I thought that Christian rap was like the lamest thing on earth. But there were certain people that I did resonate with. Like, there was this dude named Zion. He's from Savannah. Let me in. Hearing that ring off through the church halls, bro, like, that did something to me. It provoked me in a way where I was like, okay, well, he's a Jesus guy. And it didn't sell me on the idea at the time, but I was like, he's a Jesus guy. He lives right, but he's from where I'm from. Like, he's seen what I've seen. Crazy. Now, I couldn't fathom it. I couldn't wrap my brain around it until I was older, but I'm appreciative of those moments. And I think that it would be hard if Rare Breed could get in front of these youth conferences and these, youth trips that, churches take, which I think that if you are a church and you have high schoolers, middle schoolers, kids in your church, you need to be taking these conference trips. You do. It's important.
I don't wanna move unless you say go. Lay it all down, will you take this load? Help me surrender, help me surrender, help me surrender, help me surrender. Lord, you got me where you want me right now. I don't even wanna bother trying to pick up my phone. I need to feel your peace come down. I done put a lot of miles on these old back roads. I don't wanna move unless you say go. Lay it all down, will you take this load? Help me surrender, help me surrender, help me surrender, help me surrender. Most days I don't.
Wait a minute. I like that sentiment. Because a lot of times we feel like, all right, I have to surrender. I need to surrender. We were just talking about leaving those things at the foot of the cross. I need to leave this at the foot of the cross and get up and walk away. I need to surrender it all. Cast my cares on you. Surrender my life. You're in control. I'll give you my heart. I think that this is dope because of the sentiment he's tacking onto it. Help me surrender. That's a powerful prayer, man. Help me surrender. Help me become the man that you want me to become. Help me be the version of me that I know that you want me to be and that I need to be, but I need your help. It's hard. That's hard. It's a good sentiment to have, man.
Surrender, help me surrender. Most days I don't even want to pick up the phone. I'm trying to use the energy I have to fix my home.
Most days I don't even want to pick up the phone. I gotta have all my energy just to fix what's going on in the house, bro. That's real. I've been introduced to Rare Breed, done a couple of videos by him, but this is dope to be able to fill it all in, and I'm thinking about just making this a trilogy at this point, just to get real familiar with him, you know?
Father, I gotta make it for the time when I'm gone. As a husband, I need to let her know she's never alone. It's got me battling mentally through it all. I'm trying to beat it. If you can give me peace in this situation, I need it. I've been on the road for 3 months, planting seeds, giving your message to people and hoping that they receive it. And it's been blessed, but I've been stressed and I've been tested. Everything is gonna come with a lesson. Now everybody wants to focus on the successes. I'm just trying to find a place where I can finally get rested. I'm back again, I need to be in your presence. You can have the pen, just pick it up where I left it. I surrender it all with hands raised, heart open, go ahead and dissect it. Lord, you got me where you want me right now. I don't even wanna bother trying to pick up my phone. I need to feel your peace come down. I done put a lot of miles on these old back roads. I don't wanna move unless you say go. Lay it all down when you take this load. Help me surrender, help me surrender, help me.
I love this, man, and I love seeing his success because he stands on what I stand on, you know, and seeing it might have been a slow growth. It might have been quick. I don't know. God looks out in different ways for different people, but I think that it's really dope to just see somebody really stand on this. Like when I heard those couple of songs that I did from him a few weeks back, I didn't know that he was like, it's safe to call him a Christian rapper. I feel like at this point, you know?
Surrender, help me surrender. Lord, you got me where you want me right now. I don't even wanna bother trying to pick up my phone. I need to feel your peace come down. I done put a lot of miles on these old back roads. I don't wanna move unless you say go. Lay it all down when you take this load. Help me surrender, help me surrender, help me surrender, help me surrender.
Yeah. I don't want to go through this entire video without talking about how dope the flow is and how dope the lyricism is and how crazy the cadence is too. Like, even if this wasn't relatable in the Christian way, I would still rock with it just as far as delivery, tone, and the cadence, like, and the lyricism. I mean, I feel like he could rap with anybody if he wants to, you know? But he kind of takes himself out of the competition loophole because I don't hear a lot of Christian rappers rapping like this. Like, country rap has become its own subgenre. And I don't hear a lot of Christian rappers in that way. So honestly, just really good music in general.
I wonder what would happen if you could just take this moment. You could close your eyes and open your hands. You could forget about the madness around you and all of the stresses of this world. You could say whatever's left, Lord, you can have it. You surrender. And you say this: I need some hope, I need your help, I need your hand inside my life. I've tried to go, but I'm not well. I need your plan, show me the light, help me surrender. Help me lay it all down beside your feet, help me surrender. You're all I need. I need some hope, I need your help, I need your hand inside my life. I've tried to go, but I'm not well. I need your plan, show me the light, help me surrender. Help me lay it all down beside your feet, help me surrender. You're all I need. Lord, you got me where you want me right now. I don't even wanna bother trying to pick up my phone. I need to feel your peace come down. I done put a lot of miles on these old back roads. I don't wanna move unless you say go. Lay it all down when you take this load. Help me surrender, help me surrender, help me surrender, help me surrender. Lord, you got me where you want me right now. I don't even wanna bother trying to pick up my phone. I need to feel your peace come down. I done put a lot of miles on these old back roads. I don't wanna move unless you say go. Lay it all down when you take this load. Help me surrender, help me surrender, help me surrender, help me surrender.
I also like him throwing the hands up in there like, God, I wonder what it would be like for everybody if we could just release. Like, you know what's crazy is we hold on to it, and I feel like it's just human nature to hold on to it, because even when you think in terms of things like the rapture, or when you think about Jesus coming back, I mean, if you're just honest with yourself, all of us as humans have this little bit of, most people that I have talked to have this little bit of, I really want to finish my life here though. I really want to see my, unless you're really going through pain and really struggling, once God gives you blessings on earth, like a family, like children, it's kind of tough, man, because you have that little bit in you, this human nature. It's like, I'm not ready for Jesus to come back quite yet. Maybe like right after my kids graduate, or maybe right after my kids get married, whatever the case may be, right? We all have that if we're just being honest and we're being real. But once you surrender and you're gone and you're home, it ain't like you're going to be thinking, oh man, I wish I could go back to earth though and finish watching my kids grow. You're not thinking that, dog. You're at total utter peace. There's no greater place. No pain, no money worries, no going to work, no nothing. You know what I mean? Just total bliss. Total bliss. Forever. Worshiping the Father. Forever. You ain't coming back home. Y'all know that feeling you get whenever you really feel the Holy Spirit, like it's like a revival sense that's going on around you, and you really feel it at its utmost greatest presence? Like, it's that for infinity. You don't care about coming back home once you're there, but there is something inside of us as humans, whether it be evil or whether it be that warfare he was talking about in the previous song. Something inside of us is like, not yet though, Lord, not yet. Not like we do with everything, but it's God's plan. And ultimately surrendering puts you in a more peaceful place, because you don't, let me just give it to God. And whenever it's time for whatever, I trust in it. It's fire. It's a good message, man. Good message. I like this one a lot. And we're going to go ahead and get into the next one too, man. Let's do a trilogy. Let's do a rare breed trilogy here, bro. Yes, sir. That's what we're doing. We're doing a rare breed trilogy right now. Rare breed fans, what's up? I don't normally do this. I'll do a double every now and then, but a trilogy? Take a breath, man. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and get into it, baby. Let's go. Close it out good for us, babe.
Lately I feel like I'm suffocating, reaching out to God, I need to take a breath. It's hard to understand what's next when you don't know what's left. I talk to people, they just say that I'm inside my head. Yeah, you're probably right, but don't be hurt when I ignore your text.
Now that's something that a lot of Christians will tell you. Oh, you're just inside your head, man. Give it up to God. Sometimes, man, I need a little more than that. I need a little more communication in that. I need a little more conversation in that. I need a little less acting holy, like you're holier than me because you're not going through it. And I need a little bit more humanity. And I think as Christians, we got to quit doing that. We need to put that away. The whole like, oh man, well, God would bless you if, are you sure that you're all the way right in your life? Are you sure that your relationship with God is 100? Because nah, dog, let's stop doing that as Christians, man, because we all go through these things. If you're honest and you're not playing the political Western civilization Christianity church game, right? If you're just real about your relationship with Jesus, Jesus struggled, dog. Jesus came to earth as a man, lived the life that we should have lived perfectly, but he struggled. It's well documented. He struggled. It's okay if you struggle. It's normal if you struggle. I would be worried about you if you didn't. I would be worried about your relationship with God and your relationship with Jesus if you did not struggle, if there were no struggles. Come on, man. We got to put that away. We got to put that away.
I'm inside my head, yeah, you're probably right, but don't be hurt when I ignore your text. I look around at my family because I know I'm blessed. All of this anxiety could lead to cardiac arrest. This year's been a battle, taking shots from right to left. I wish I would have got the memo, I could have put on my vest. These insecurities I've carried is the reason when I look into this mirror, my reflection never shows the best. I've always hated mediocrity, so any less is really just a failure when you close the book to take the test. I'm writing from a place that I don't understand, but if it's really over for me, why's the pen inside my hand? I'm trying to walk, but every step feels like I'm sinking in some sand. I'm trying to talk, but every lyric that I've written comes out bland. See what I mean? It's a vicious kind.
Ain't nothing bland about these lyrics though, dog. I'm telling you, bro, I'm feeling this. Like, I'm feeling the bars, I'm feeling the presentation, I'm feeling the production, I'm feeling the flow, I'm feeling it all, bro. And I, like, most importantly, feeling the subject matter. Cause dog, Rare Breed is making a fan out of me with every video. I love this. I love the old school piano. Let it build, let it build, let it build, let it build. And I'm going to keep on letting it build more and more and more and more. I love that type of record, bro. This is awesome. This is awesome to me. All independent. Come on.
Every lyric that I've written comes out bland. See what I mean? It's a vicious kind of cycle. When I need direction, I'll just sit and open up my Bible, talk to God, because my communication with him is vital. Take my music off the throne. This should never be an idol. Wake up at 3 a.m. again. I know the devil's.
And I know that that's tough, man, because we take pride in the artwork, man. I know that the musicians are more sensitive about their art than I am about what I do. But I know that when you're a Christian and God has given you a gift, you do put a lot into it. So it's ultimate admiration from me whenever I see another creator, artist, whatever, that's able to put their gift under Christ's umbrella and just give it to him. You know, that's the ultimate salute, the ultimate head nod for me. I love that. I think that that's super dope.
Music off the throne, this should never be an idol. Wake up at 3 a.m. again, I know the devil's mad. I'm yelling, Jesus, please just leave him in a body bag. I'm tired of fighting every day, it's been a battlefield. I can't see the target anymore, how can I shoot to kill? I'm so fed up with all the politics and rubbish, all the talking, all the promises, when y'all ain't doing nothing. All these people on my...
This is deep. This is deep. I maybe should have done this one on my own. We'll do a breakdown on another day. Don't let me forget, John Libby. Just send a little reminder like, yo, don't forget, do it. Take a breath, breakdown. Because that's facts too. That's facts too, man. Like I don't even know what to shoot anymore. I can't even see the target. I don't know what's what. All I know is the scripture is gold. I know that I'm drawn to it. I know that the Holy Spirit lives inside of me, but I don't know what's what out here no more. I don't know what people are on some other. Like all I know is my trust in Jesus is solidified, and that's it. That's raw. That's raw emotion, raw lyricism. And I'm with it.
Talking all the promises when y'all ain't doing nothing. All these people on my socials acting like they got the answers. Life and death is in the tongue, and half of y'all been spreading cancer. I'm so tired of all these rappers feeding poison to the youth. If you're not real, then get a job. Don't you step inside this booth. This is something I don't play with. This has never been a game. I don't do this for the money, never did it for the fame. Go.
I like that. Call them out, bro. Call them out. If your music isn't productive, if you don't got a message to spread to this youth, get out the booth. I'm telling you, get out the booth. It's ballsy, bro. It's ballsy, and I like it.
This has never been a game. I don't do this for the money, never did it for the fame. Go ahead, say something slick. It's no surprise you like to slander. Skeletons inside your closet, dirty clothes inside your hamper. I'm so tired of Satan thinking he ain't already defeated. I'll remind in case you need it. History will be repeated, man. Take a breath, snap out of it. You're exhausted, son. Word to Brandon Lake. I got a lion up inside these lungs. I hate the days when I feel sorry for myself. When people say I'm here to listen, but I don't really need your help. This is something that I'm working through. It's not for everyone. When most of y'all just gossip anyway, like you're just having fun. Don't think I didn't notice, cause I didn't hear it. You can never understand if you're not tuned in with the spirit. That's the realest thing I wrote down in a minute. Been trying to get a grip while wrestling these thoughts. I guess I'm paying for the days and the nights where we led people to Christ. If it's worth it, then it costs. I'm holding on to every promise, every purpose, every word that you have spoken to the lost. Every weight, every pain, every burden. I'm finished with it now. You can nail it to the cross.
In this entire 35 minutes that I've been doing this, I feel like that is the best way to end it right there. That's the best message to end this three-peat that we just did on Rare Breed, which has a consistent message stringed to it. After this is over, and after we talk about all these things that we just talked about, I want y'all to nail it to the cross. Be done with it. Be finished with it. Let's move on in life. Let's trust in God. Let's trust in Jesus. And let's just continue to do our best one day at a time to be the best versions of ourselves that Jesus wants us to be. One day at a time. One day at a time.
Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take this weight up off my chest. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take this weight up off my chest.
Yeah. Yeah. Well done, man. John Libby, appreciate you, man. I love all three of them joints. All three of them were awesome and kept me interested. That's why I said, like, I think I've done a couple of doubles. I don't know if I've ever done a triple, but doing a triple in one video and being able to be fully committed to it and fully feeling it on every level, each song, like, that's saying something, man. Shout out to Rare of Breed. And I'm going to say this too, man. It's difficult to interpret your faith into everything. It is. I have a hard time doing it, and all I do is content create. I don't make music. I don't write music. I commend him for that. I heard him talk about Christ in every song that I've heard from him. Safe to call him a Christian rapper. It's super dope that he's able to do it in a real way. It's super dope that he's able to add his own contributions to country rap, but stay solidified on his faith, even if he has to stand alone over there and he ain't surrounded by a bunch of friends. I salute it. I think that that's hard. I think that that's gangsta. I think that that's the hardest version of a man that you can see, that you can find, that you can witness. And to be able to articulate all of that through music, I commend it. I tip my hat to it. I think that it's the hardest thing. I don't see nobody else out here that I think is as gangsta as Rare Breed at this point. That's gangsta. That's hard. Shout out to D1. Shout out to Lecrae. Shout out to Bizzle, Dayton. Shout out to all of them, bro. Like, I love all the Christian rappers, but this is off-kiltered. You know what I mean? All of them Christian rappers are super dope. This is a little bit off kilter. This is, and I would call him a Christian rapper at this point. If I didn't know any fans and all I did was hear his music, I would say, oh, have you heard the Christian rapper? And I think that he would stand on it. I stand on it. If you call me a Christian content creator, that's fine. I ain't running away from the title. I'm proud of the title. Super proud of it. So I'm looking at this whole situation like he is in country rap, but he stands on his own. Rare of breed. Rare breed indeed. Standing on his own, standing on his principles, standing on his faith, talking about the interpersonal struggles of spiritual warfare. And we're capping off this three-peat in this trilogy with nail your issues to the cross with Jesus, get up, walk away, leave them there. Not because you earned it, not because you not because you deserve it, because he loves you that much, because he's that full of grace. He commands it. How do you serve a God that's so full of grace that he commands it on you? And that's the difference between my Jesus and the Allahs and the Buddhists and whatever, like whatever God you want to talk about out there on the circumference. My God is full of grace. My God sustains. My God, the God of Abraham, Yahweh, Jesus Christ. My God is the God that centers you. And this is the thing, like a lot of y'all are going to ask, like, well, how do you know that your God is the God when all these other people stand on their faith? And all these other people, the people that worship Allah, they stand on that the same way you stand on your Christianity. Well, here's the thing. There's a lot of similarities in what we believe in, but this is it. There's a lot of historical documentation. There's facts that back up that Jesus Christ existed. There's more facts that say that he was who he said he was than there is to be disputed. That's one. Two, if Jesus, it really boils down to this. Is Jesus who he says he is? Is Jesus who he says he was? And that's all the answer you need. I think that historically speaking, looking at historical evidence and going back and seeing how everything lines up, I would say, yes, Jesus is who he says he was. And if that's the case, then the Bible is truth. But if you take that one thing away, the whole Bible isn't accurate, right? But are we, honestly, you and me, like we're having a real discussion here. Are we able to make it to God's paradise when he hates sin and we're born into a world of sin? Are we able to make it there by our good deeds? I'm a good dude, bro. I've done a lot of good for a lot of people. I wake up some days and I fumble the ball before I even fully wake up and know what's going on. So no, I cannot. I cannot make it there off my own good deeds. So yes, I stand on biblical principles. I stand on Jesus because I believe historically, biblically, and just testimonially, he is the way, the truth, the life, and no one shall come to God except by through him. And that's it. And we'll wrap it up with that, man. Thank you, John Libby, for putting me onto this. This is me artificially shaking your hand. Thank you for putting me onto this, man. I love these 3 songs. I love this trilogy. I had a really good time with this, and I hope that you enjoy it as well as everybody else, man. And like I said, man, if you guys want to support the channel, a great way to do it is the way John did it. You know, throw a little Cash App tip. I will react to whatever you ask me to react to, and I'll push it to the top of the list. You can do super chats, super thanks. You can become a member. And I appreciate all of you guys that are doing it. I appreciate all my members so much. Thank you all. And I hope that God blesses your day and blesses your weekend. And I will see you on the next one. All right. Peace.